Good morning all, welcome back to the platform of Dnyanadeep where we have started the program for answer writing and my name is Dnyanadeep. So I'm conducting the ancient Indian history wala part for answer writing. Today's question is here, assess the contribution of literary accounts of Chinese and Arab travelers in the construction of Indian history. So now, while discussing this question, first step of our answer writing is what? To read the question carefully, right? Here, assess the contribution of literary accounts of Chinese and Arab travelers. Now, here we have to focus some Chinese and Arab travelers while writing the answers, right? Now, start gathering the information in your brain first, right? It is known as what? Brainstorming, right? Then we will highlight the importance of their sources while writing the history, right? And we will highlight the importance of sources while writing the history. So this way, this question will be tackled. So let us start doing brainstorming. Brainstorming, suru karuya, right? Now here, while doing this, first of all, try to mention the importance of sources. While writing history, the sources are very important because history is based on sources. Sources can be literary, can be archaeological, yes, can be say foreign sources will be there, religious sources will be there, or secular sources will be there, literary sources will be there. So basically sources, importance of sources shall be mentioned. Then division of Indian literary sources. Now India is a huge country and had been the attraction for foreign travelers since ages. So, since ancient India, in India, there used to come the rulers, the travelers, the ambassadors, the traders, and they used to mention whatever they have seen in their, say, travelogue or whatever they have seen or, say, notice in India, they used to mention in their literary things, right? So, these are known as foreign literary accounts. Then contribution of foreign travelers, especially Arabic and Chinese, because the question is based on these two. Yes, and then foreign literature. So you have to mention the examples also. For that matter, you should know the books or names of travelers also, right? In this, we have word limit, so we couldn't write all the names of travelers, but some important names shall be mentioned in your answers. Yes, so let us start doing introduction. So while writing the introduction, remember two things. There shall be relevance of the answer to the question. Irrelevant introduction लिहायचा नहीं एक. And second, the context of the question shall come in your answer only. That is in your introduction only. Okay. Then while choosing the words for introduction, always remember that the context of answer or the context of question shall come in your introduction only. Third thing, your introduction shall be connected to your main body. It shall not be disconnected to each other. Yes? Let us see. While writing history, historical sources are very important for determining date, chronology, sequence of events, etc. Right? Indian literature and foreign literature are considered for writing Indian history. So while writing Indian history, we try to maintain the purity and say basically honesty of history writing. And for that matter, we consider both the literature, Indian and foreign literature, to check and balance. Yes, then since ancient times, foreign traders, ambassadors, rulers, travelers used to travel in India, and the description written by them are special or are of special importance in Indian history or in the history of ancient India, right? So here what have we done? We have mentioned the importance of sources, then we have mentioned how these people used to come, and we have mentioned the description written by them are very important. So these 3 points come in your introduction only. Then let us move ahead to the main body. Now, while doing main body, our question has two parts, Chinese literature and Arabic literature. So, let us think about Chinese literature. So, while thinking of Chinese literature, you may remember some name, right? Like say Wensang, who is known as Yuan Shuang also, right? Or Shumachin. Shumachin is also one person. Then Faiyan was the one, right? So let us start with Shumachin first. Why? Because Shumachin was the first one who wrote about India, who wrote brief about India. So here Shumachin was the first Chinese writer to write brief of India, and hence I use this for first line. Then after that we get the information about Kushan rulers from the accounts of Panku and Hanwei. Panku and Hanwei, these two were the travelers to India from China at the period of Kushan, and we get the information of Kushan. Now we have to mention the importance also na, that we are getting the information of Kushan rules at the time, right? Then Faihan came in India in 399 AD during the reign of Gupta ruler, that is Chandragupta II, also known as what? Chandragupta II is also known as Vikramaditya. And why Faiyan came here? To learn Buddhism. Yes, so basically he came to learn Buddhism. His book was Fo Wo Kui. Mention the name of book of Faiyan also. Fo Wo Kui was the book, right? This book sheds the light on social system and culture of Gupta period, right? Then going ahead, Wensang. Wensang is also known as, say here, it is also known as Yuan Shuang. Yes, this pronunciation is different in many books. So Wensang or Yuan Shuang came to India in 629 CE. Now in exam hall, you may not remember this date. So skip it. Doesn't matter. But at least you should know at whose dynasty Wensang has come to India. Yes, at least you should know the dynasty of the Indian ruler that this traveler had come to India. Fine. Now, Wensang have come to India at the period of Vardhan dynasty, that is Harshvardhan was the king at that time, and in his writing, Wensang even glorified the reign of Harsha. If you read his book, right? The name of his book is what? Siyuki. He wrote the book Siyuki after spending 14 years in India, right? Then it provides extensive information about the Dan social system, governance, education system of India, right? Then let us go ahead. Chao Ju Kua, right? Chao Ju Kua was the Chinese merchant and traveler. Then Yu Fan Shi is a book written by him. Chao Ju Kua wrote Yu Fan Shi, right? Now, it provides what? It provides extensive information about Chola Empire. Not only Chola Empire, but it provides the information about Chinese and Arabic trades also, and even Indo-China trade, right? So the first part of our question have been completed here. Now we'll move to next part, that is Arabian writer or Arabian literature. Now, from the book, that is Silsila ut Tawarikh by Suleiman, an urban merchant and writer, provides what? It provides interesting description of the reigns of Pala, Pratihar and Rashtrakuta. Now, you must remember the tripartite war or struggle for Kannauj, right? Where Pala, Pratihar and Rashtrakuta were the parties to this, right? At that time, Silsila ut Tawarikh had been written by Suleiman. This is one. Then, Ibn Khurdadabeh or Khurdadabeh was the Arab scholar, right? Ibn Khurdadabeh has written the book Kitab ul Masli ul Mamlik, right? So this is his book, and it described what? It described the 7 castes in India, right? Even Al-Baruni. Al-Baruni was the very important person because it has been asked in your exams many times, right? So Al-Baruni had written the book Kitab ul Hind, also known as Tarikh ul Hind, and he described the geographical condition of India as well as trade routes, sea trade routes or sea routes to the trade that is important for trade in India, right? Then Indian tradition, geographical condition, social structure have been mentioned in this book very deeply and honestly. Now, if analyzing all these things, we will come to the conclusion. And what will be the conclusion? Conclusion will be all these details help us, right, to understand the authentic nature of Indian society. First, because the honest writing has been considered while developing history in India, because we are checking and balancing the fact from different sources. Yes, then we understood the system of then government, even we understood the religious beliefs, traditions while writing history, right? It also helps in simplifying the complicated task of date writing and scheduling, because it doesn't overlapping each other or overlap each other, because we are checking many sources while writing one fact, right? Here you can take the help of many books and many writers if you remember the names, right? For example, say this one, Tabakat-e-Nasiri, you can see the name of him also, or even you can mention the name of Strabo, you can mention the name of Pliny, right? Even you can mention the name of Megasthenes who wrote Indica, right? Even say we have already mentioned the name of Faihan, then Wensang. These are important one. And Arabic writers like Muhammad Ali, who had written Chachnama. You can mention these names also in your answer. For that matter, you have to have the content of books and writers. Yes, then this is our first one. Then let us come to the second question today. So second question is, the 6th century BC considered to be a turning point in Indian society. Examine, right? So the 6th century before Christ means इसवी सन पूर्व वाला आपण म्हणतोय. So it is considered to be the turning point in Indian history. Now, while writing history, remember one thing always, that historical things will be changed only on the base of economy. So economic force is, or economic development is driving force for all the changes. Remember this forever while writing answer. Okay, wherever you will see that this was turning point, something must have happened to the economy. Whether it will be increasing, whether it will be decreasing. Or okay, so basically you have to mention these things. Economical changes must have been done here, or must have been taken place at this time, right? Remember this. So while brainstorming for this answer, right, we will gather the information. First thing that had taken place at that society was discovery of iron, right? Iron plow, iron axe, these came into existence, and due to this, what had happened? Agriculture became easy, right? Cutting the forest and maintaining the agricultural land clean was easy, right? To furrow with the plow is very important, right? Then here agriculture surplus, because of this say iron plow, what had happened? The surplus production could be possible. Yes, farmers started taking surplus production with the help of iron axe and iron plow, right? Then here economy was in the phase of development. I told you economy is driving force for everything. Always remember this. Yes, and economy was in the phase of development. So if economy will change, your society will be in surplus. Then what will be changed? The traditions will be changed. The condition of society will be changed. The standard of living will be changed, and competition will be increased. Yes, then the important part was political changes. Of course, the competition will be increased between rulers to extend their societies. Yes, to expand their territories, or even second urbanization have been started. Now, why this is known as second urbanization? Because first urbanization was taken place at the time of Indus Valley civilization. Yes, hence this is known as second urbanization. Then socio-religious reforms have been taken place. Now, always remember that if economy will change, society will automatically change their conditions, their rules, or their structure, right? Because surplus agriculture or surplus economy will drive society in different phase. Fine. So this is what, this is our information. We have gathered information while writing answer. Now you got to process the information into your answer, right? So let us start writing the answer. Let us start the introduction first. So here, several economic changes took place in the 6th century BC, that is before Christ, which led the change in the social and political structures of that period. Okay. So here, even you can draw a graph also. You can draw a graph also. Now, always remember that drawing a graph is not overnight practice. Yes, in exam hall, you cannot draw a graph in your paper without practice. So, while answer writing from today, whenever you will be starting writing answers, you have to work on your graph also. Fine. So, here I will say economy will be the center point. And due to this economy, what had happened? Political changes could be seen. Due to these political changes, your society will be changed. If society will be changed, your religious belief will be changed, right? You can show this graph like this, that entire things will be changed due to this economic change. You can use your creativity also to show this graph, right? Then going ahead, even here in the main body, you will say the economic changes had been seen, right? The widespread use of iron tool in the 6th century BC boosted agriculture, and agriculture surplus could be seen in economy. Yes, due to this, what had happened? It boosted the craft, the trade, and the politics also. Along with the politics, society also get a new dimension from it. At the same time, a new material culture emerged. Cities started expanding and developed. Hence, it is called second urbanization. Now, due to increase in production of agriculture, the surplus economy came into existence. Yes, the standard of living of people have been changed, and with the change in standard of living, the society started expanding. Yes, the area of society is started expanding, and now people started shifting themselves from the plains of Ganga Yamuna to the northeast area or northeast plain or plain of northeast, right? Then due to use of iron flow, new agriculture system was resulted into surplus production, which paved the way for urbanization by providing support for the activities like handicraft, trade and commerce. Later, that cities emerge as political centers of Mahajanpada, right? So gram become Jan, and Jan become Janpad. Janpad become Mahajanpad. So it was economical development. The most important development that could be seen at this time was socio-religious reforms, right? Due to the surplus agriculture, the importance of animal husbandry also paved the way. Yes, and now the importance of animal husbandry could be seen in your society, and hence to abolish the practice or to prevent the practice of sacrificing animal was very important. And now there was the demand of new religion which was based on non-violence, and hence you can see there were some religions that took place at this time. There were 62 sects, right? 62 sects say established at this time, but only 5 survived out of it, out of which 2 become popular. Yes, so which 2? Jain and Buddha religion. Jain and Buddha religion, right? So basically, the emergence of Jainism and Buddhism was driven due to this economic development. Yes, then you got to mention about the socio-religious reform in your answer. I mention here, you will see in the PDF. Then we'll go ahead to the conclusion. So what will be the conclusion? These changes occurred in 6th BC, laid the foundation of peaceful, civilized and developed generation for upcoming posterity. Right? What do you mean by posterity? For future generation. Yes, so basically this is your answer. I hope this program is useful for you people. If yes, then let me know in the comment section and let me know if you start writing the answers of ancient India. Thank you and stay connected for more updates.